We're gonna try our luck again with another 2-game episode hoping for a sweep. We'll enter into week 13 and the stakes have never been higher, needing to finish the season off strong with the final 6 games ahead of us. Last week we came up short, but our offense roared to life in the second half, showing signs of a powerful resurgence. Kendrick Whitworth has been nothing short of spectacular in the recent 2 games. After being benched in week 10, he came back with a vengeance, scoring his first 2 touchdowns of the season and racking up nearly 200 yards in just 2 games. If he keeps this up today, he's on track to elevate his development trait. And let's not forget the main man delivering the football, our rookie sensation Spencer Bayer. With 17 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions so far, Bayer has been the cornerstone of this offense, and this week he will have the chance to break out against the Raiders as well if he's able to tally up to his 20th touchdown. He will be cementing his status as our superstar quarterback. We're no strangers to the Raiders, having defeated them by 10 points in our last encounter. It's still a defense anchored by Max Crosby and a very high-powered offense with a lot of big names and Baker Mayfield as their main play caller. The stakes are even higher as we fight to secure our spot in the playoffs. Currently sitting in the 7th seed, and out of the last 6 games, I would feel really good about ourselves if we can find a way to pick up 4 wins out of them. But we also don't want to pin ourselves as the 7th seed needing to face the Chiefs, but that will all depend on our performance down the stretch, but starting it here in Las Vegas, where the Raiders will lead this game off on offense. From the 25 gun formation, Josh Jacobs in the backfield. They give it to Jacobs, and he finds daylight with his first touch, and already making an impact after having not much success against our defense the last game. This team loves to run in gun formation a lot. Feeling pressure, he lofts it up, and floating it into the hands of Michael Mayer. He's got space and taking this to the 29. Great effort by the Broncos to knock out the ball, but it's recovered by Vegas. He'll set to throw again. This time he'll go to the right side. Barrington unable to bring him down, and springing forward is Trey Tucker. All the way down inside the 5, and the Raiders are in business on this opening drive. Costly mistake by Barrington as they line up with 2 tight ends. Going back to Jacobs, up the gut, touchdown! What a statement drive by the Raiders, and they wasted no time taking this early lead at home. Offense has been spectacular in the first half, but can this team continue their hot streak on this drive down early? We'll start on 3rd down. Bayer from the gun. Fires right, and a strike for a first down. Greg Dulcich found the end zone against the Jaguars last game. Makes a big catch opening up their drive. And now Banks eating breakfast with pancakes in front of him and crossing midfield to move the sticks. A redemption game perhaps for Banks after a tough game in Jacksonville. He'll get it again, and daylight opens up, nearing the marker, but this time just short. What a valiant performance to start. One more time. First down, now bobbing and weaving all the way inside the red zone. Raiders have no answer for him, which is why he nearly had 150 yards last time they saw him. Now Bayer will throw. Fires end zone. Touchdown! Marvin Mims Jr. has another connection with Spencer Bayer, and the Broncos offense stays hot. Raiders offense was shut down their next drive, and the Broncos will take over once again. Mims now getting it on a touch pass. He gets a block and finds a way to pick up the first. Bayer now 4 of 4 to start this game, and he'll line up under center on this play. Going back to Banks, up the middle. Oh, what a move! Lester Banks taking out ankles, and the Broncos are ready to strike once again. Banks again up the middle, but this time switching it up to a more power approach, and still successful for another first down. We begin the second quarter from the 13. Bayer takes a snap, fires end zone, touchdown! Cortland Sutton burns the rookie Xavier Rhodes and returns back to the end zone. And Bayer is on fire in his first 2 drives. Our offense is in a very smooth rhythm as Mayfield is trying to get his back on track. And he starts it off with a completion and a first down. Jacoby Myers will move the chains, and Mayfield is now 4 of 7. Now a handoff to Jacobs. up the middle and bulldozing everyone in front of him, easily crossing midfield, and their offense is looking like their first drive again. Raiders going empty, feeling pressure, now being chased, and down he goes! Nate Gills with another sack, trying to create a new streak after being shut down in Duval last game. Now a tough hill to climb. He slings it over the middle, and there's Adams with the big catch. Finally getting him the ball, and they're inside the 30. Few plays later, it's 3rd and 7. Adams at the top of the screen. Broncos send pressure. He's unaware, and they get to him again. This time, Brian Asamoah in for a play and making a huge impact. As Carlson's 51-yard try is up, and good to cut this lead. Both offenses have played well in the first half. I'm not surprised if this continues to be a shootout, as Banks gets knocked down behind the line. That's the first time they've contained him. He's been brilliant with 70 yards already before the half. Now Bayer taking a shot right side. Incomplete, trying to go over the top to his man, but put a little bit too much sauce on it. Needing 12 to keep this drive alive. Now he goes deep left side, off the mark. Had a man open, but once again overshoots. And Las Vegas finally holds them down. But can they maximize it on this drive? As Mayfield lofts it up, and what a catch by Mayer over Surtain. And that jump ball will net them another 19, and their offense has come to play today. New set of downs. Adams lined up left of Mayfield. Pressure coming from that side, and he'll toss it to Jacobs and quickly brought down by Surtain, who's showing frustration after that jump ball. Now they go to the backup running back Burnett, and he'll find a way for a strong 4. And we'll see what they can draw up on 3rd down. Needing 3. Mayfield from the gun. Caught and brought down behind the line. Astounding tackle by Bush, and the Raiders are not going to test their chances. Carlson will bring them back to 1, and that is the score, and we will head into the half. Strong start to the game by the offense. Bayer is 1 away from superstardom, although not one single reception to Whitworth in this one. Defensively, we have been letting the Raiders move the ball more today, but luckily they have not found the end zone since their opening drive. We'll check on our division rival Chargers hosting the Texans in this one, and we have an upset alert. Hopefully they can pull this off for us to move up in the standings. A chance for a double whammy here, but we can't focus on other teams. We gotta keep our eyes set on getting this win here in Vegas, and hopefully Bayer stays hot even with our recent second half struggles. As he opens this one up with a completion, only for a short game to Mims, and I'm hoping we can be more vertical with our offense as opposed to horizontal. As Bayer throws this outside, Mims with another catch. I guess diagonal works too, but we're still in need of 3. They go to Banks, and he goes flying in the air. Not an ideal play call on 3rd down, and unfortunately they'll open up with a 3 and out. Not a good sign since this Raiders offense has played much better today. And they continue to do so here. Davante Adams with another big time grab, taking this into Broncos territory. Probably upset he didn't get as many targets the last game, as Jacobs will maneuver his way for another solid gain. Rare to see missed tackles, but he made them work for it that time. He fires right, and another completion for Mayer. He's been a vital piece to their success today. From the 29, Mayfield will boot out right. Swings this out to Mayer again for a short gain. Oh, excuse me, that's actually Josh Oliver with the catch. Gun formation again. Mayfield scans, he throws, incomplete. Tried to go Oliver's way again, but Sanders was prepared that time. 3 receivers spread out at the top of the screen. Mayfield drops, launches right, ball pops up and lands safely in the end zone. And that incomplete pass will result us in seeing Carlson again, this time for the lead. And he's got it. Raiders regain their lead here late in the 3rd, and we need to respond sooner rather than later, as he finds Dulcich again for a first down. He's been big in the last few games. Final few seconds to the 3rd quarter. Handoff to Banks, has an open lane, and we'll finish this quarter off with a bang. 16-14, and we have a good one here in our first game. Field is flipped under center. Handoff again to Banks. and he'll find a way to push forward for 3, and that will surpass the 100-yard mark for him again. They try him again, and he goes backwards. Wild play calling on 3rd down again, deciding to go on the ground, and that will cost them here. But it doesn't prevent them from taking the lead after Fairbairn knocks this in. 1-point game with under 5 to play. It's 1st and long. Mayfield scanning, and he's brought down. Martin Hickson, the 4th-round rookie, has his first career sack, and what a time to get it. 2nd and a mile. He throws right side, off the mark. Tried to find Mayer again and would have had him on a better throw, but instead they'll need a miraculous play. He'll look downfield, launches it, and connects again. And even though they're short, they'll be in field goal range. Lots of Carlson today, this time again for the lead. 55 yards right hash, kick is up, and the Raiders will take the lead. Second half struggles have been haunting us, but can we find it in ourselves to pull out one more drive? He launches right, and he finds Sutton again, near midfield, and this would be a great moment to become a superstar. Bayer drops, over the middle, and a strike again. Marvin Mims with the conversion, and in 2 plays they pull into Vegas territory. Going with a screen, Banks looking for space, and Pryor pancakes a man. Devin Pryor said, "No problem, buddy. Just run right behind me and I'll lay them all out." Now Banks going up the middle. Nice job finding a hole, and he'll pick up a healthy gain. Still would feel more comfortable if we're able to find the end zone. Banks gets it again, and this time the Raiders are more prepared, and they'll also burn their first timeout. Broncos have been conservative today in these situations. They continue to be, and he stops short of the marker. Another timeout, and it all comes down to Fairbairn for the lead. Kick is up, and good. Broncos take the lead, and we'll need to rely on our defense to step up, but we can't afford to give up more yards here. And that works for us too. Zach Allen makes him go backwards, and we couldn't have asked for a better outcome. 2nd and very long from the gun, and he gets to him again. Zach Allen putting the final touches to this one, and they have no answer for him. From the 5, working the pocket, and he's down again. Nate Gills once more, and they force the Raiders to end on another safety. And we will pull away with a big win again. This one's final 22-19, and a much needed one after our recent loss. Spencer Bayer continues to impress today. He managed the game well through accurate passes and made crucial plays when it mattered most. He would add 2 more touchdowns to his season, but unfortunately that will not suffice for superstar development. Kendrick Whitworth also did not reach that mark, which is odd that he made little to no impact on the field again, and hopefully he'll pick it up the next game. Defensively, we're back to our regular selves, pressuring and taking down the quarterback, and Nate Gills was able to get to him twice, along with some late game heroics by Zach Allen as well. We still have tons of areas to clean and tighten up, and we're gonna have our hands full with the next opponent, the Philadelphia Eagles. They're having a very odd season with a 6-6 record, and they've been very inconsistent throughout their first 12 games as well, coming off a loss against the Chiefs. Even with the retirement of Jason Kelce and Lane Johnson, this Eagles team remains star-studded and boasts one of the best offenses in the league. However, one of their key pieces to the puzzle in Dallas Goedert will not be playing, suffering from a quad strain. And meanwhile, we have Glenn Ramsey back in the lineup, returning from his 2nd injury stint. And a much needed return when you take on a dual threat quarterback like Jalen Hurts. And we'll need to keep that same pressure like we did the last game and bring the heat here. Offensively, let's see if we can have a better outing out of Kendrick Whitworth and get him the ball more. And it looks like we have our first snow game in this series, and what better time than on Sunday Night Football, as Hurts will lead this offense out in the middle of the first quarter. Hopefully our defense is able to track down these white jerseys in this weather, but Hurts has no problem with it, finding Devin Duvernay, who is now the Eagles' third option on offense. One of many speedy weapons, like Swift as he goes right up the gut in a huge run. That will push the Eagles near the red zone, and we'll need to be hyper aware of their ground attack today. And here's an example why, as Hurts takes this himself and sliding safely for another first down, showcasing one of his skills that led them to a Super Bowl appearance. Now he throws and completes the slant. Near the one goes A.J. Brown, and they've made this top defensive unit look silly on this drive. From the eye, Swift again crosses the goal line. Easy walk-in for the Eagles as they take the early lead here in Denver. This Eagles offense is gonna attack in all cylinders, so let's see what the rookie can do down early. They run a screen on third down to Mitchell. He's got a block and gliding his way near midfield. Excellent job by Elijah Mitchell, who's been a great addition this season. Bayer now drops, fires left, and a strike for a first down. Kendrick Whitworth with his first catch of the game, and we need to see more of him like we did the last few games. And we're gonna see more of Elijah Mitchell because Banks was banged up, but will return later on, as Mitchell will get us a yard closer with this third down. From the pistol, and the Broncos will jump early and pull them back 5. Mims in the slot on third down. They go with a screen again, but this time it doesn't reach Mitchell. Jalen Carter with the pressure, and the Broncos will settle for the field goal. Fairbairn from 55, and the Broncos will cut the lead. Not exactly what you want when facing a dominant offense like the Eagles, as Hurts will be brought down. Devin Bush helps our cause, and a big loss of 8 on the play. Devin Bush has been such a surprise for us in the last couple of seasons. I thought he would just be a bridge linebacker for us, but he's played like an all-pro, as the Eagles will face a third and long now. A.J. Brown at the bottom of the screen. From the gun, he scans, and brought down again. Nearly a safety, but the Eagles get away with one. Carl Barrington first one in on the play, and the Broncos were actually able to get a field goal out of it as we wind down the first half. From the gun, quick throw, and finds his man outside. Kendrick Whitworth a much bigger factor in this game and gets them into Eagles territory. They run another screen, this time Dobbins on the outside, and will get them 4 more. The snow may play a factor with the amount of screens they're running today. 3 receivers lined up left, running play action, and he fires a bullet for a first down. Greg Dulcich pulls them inside the 30. Could this be the drive they finally find the end zone? And finds Dulcich again. This time a huge gain of 20, and with 7 seconds left, they're gonna try and punch this in. Bayer, end zone, touchdown! Kendrick Whitworth has his 3rd of the season, and great things happen when we're able to find a way to get him the ball. And the Broncos will finish the half strong, up by 6 on this explosive Eagles team. We've done well finding ways to get to Hurts, but more importantly, our offense is getting Kendrick Whitworth going, and that's always a positive. Our divisional opponents have already finished their games. Raiders blow out the Giants, who we'll see in the next episode, and the Chargers lost against the Jaguars, which makes this game so important for us to win. But we gotta figure out the second half struggles. If we can manage that, there's no question we can capture our 8th win of the season. As Hurts' first throw of the second half is a strike for a first down. A.J. Brown reminding us of his dominance, and we gotta keep our eyes on him. And Hurts finds him again, this time over the middle, and the Eagles are bringing out their big guns in the 3rd quarter. Few plays later on 3rd and short. Read option, Hurts keeps it, up the middle, touchdown! Jalen Hurts, the Swiss Army knife, just struck us right in the heart, and the Eagles will regain the lead. Down by 1, Lester Banks has returned from injury. He'll get it on the pitch, gets a block, and exploding forward for a first down. This game could have been different if he was healthy, but it's not too late to show us what he's got. This time throwing, fires left, and connected again. Wick with another catch and gets us another 13 to move the chains. Now Banks running left side, has space and a strong pickup of 9. His presence is so important, we struggled running the ball without him today. Now Bayer from the gun, throws left and tough grab is made. Marvin Mims, nice job in traffic to maintain concentration. Our receivers have found a way to get open in these slippery conditions, as Bayer gets slippery and finds a man downfield. Cortland Sutton taken down at the 11, and the Broncos putting up a good fight. 3 receivers now lined up right of Bayer. From the gun, he goes right side, end zone, touchdown! Donnell Brown, the undrafted rookie, finds the end zone once again, and the Broncos go punch for punch against this Eagles team. However, they did miss the 2-point conversion, as Hurts will start from the gun. He keeps it, has a ton of space in the open field, takes out Hufanga's ankles, and takes this all the way past midfield. What a play by Hurts, as Tony Colvin is shaken up. He would miss the rest of this game, but nothing further. Still a big loss as we try to capture this win. Hurts showing us why he's one of the best to do it. Now he throws left and completes it again. Devin Duvernay with another big catch, and they're wasting no time. Hurts looking downfield, gonna scramble and run. Picks up the first and wrapped down by Hufanga, who keeps his balance on this play. And that will bring us to the 4th quarter. Everyone is manned up before the snap. Hurts trying to take advantage. Over the middle, wide open, Swift, touchdown! DeAndre Swift his second, this time through the air, and the Eagles fire right back for the lead. They'll go for 2 to make it a field goal game. Hurts finds Devontae Smith in the end zone, and just too easy. Down by 3, can't give the ball back to the Eagles because they have been controlling the clock well today. As Banks running outside will only pick up 3. They've done well against the run, but then again, Banks hasn't played half of this game. He gets it again left side, this time crushed in the backfield, and again he's shaken up. That will end his day, but nothing major, thank goodness. Still needing 8, 2 running backs in the backfield. They try a screen again. Mitchell, this time the Eagles were ready for it. And unfortunately, they'll give this back to this high-powered offense. As Swift will get the handoff, finds space for a first down, makes a move and carrying this inside the 40. Eagles now trying to put the finishing touches here in Denver. Hurts will now try and throw. Sets his feet and wide open man. Devin Duvernay left alone, and the easiest conversion of his career. 2 tight ends for the Eagles. Hurts will throw again. Goes to the crossing route and connects. Fighting for the first down is Grant Calcaterra, who's replacing the injured Goddard. Can't afford to give up 6 on this drive. Play fake. And another bullet for a first down. Devontae Smith brings them inside the 2, and it's now slipping away. Pressure coming. End zone. Touchdown! Grant Calcaterra, the backup tight end, puts the finishing touches for the Eagles. And this snowy day in Denver gives us a cold finish as well. Broncos were unable to convert on their next drive, and we suffer another loss on the season, failing to move up in the standings even with the Chargers losing today. But our running game was obviously lacking when Banks barely played this game, and Elijah Mitchell just doesn't have that same explosiveness that Banks brings to the table. On the other side of things, even though we were able to get to Hurts a few times, we just couldn't prevent them from finding the end zone, and the Eagles just controlled the clock in the second half as our struggles in that area continues. Final 4 games left in the season as we once again split this double game episode, and I'm beginning to get superstitious, which might bring me back to 1 episode games to finish out the season. The bright side, even though after a loss, is that we still currently sit in the 7th seed, but I promise you, I don't want to see the Chiefs in the first round. Next episode, we will take on the Giants, who also have a rookie quarterback in Aaron Silverman. This was one of the games that I circled when the season began because I want to see the rookies face off. So it should be a good one, but he's having a very different season than Bayer as of now, with 3 more interceptions than touchdowns. Tough loss, but I promise you that I'm having tons of fun even when we lose. I just can't wait to see what's in store for us in the next game. But that will be all for the episode. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm Monkey C, and I'm out.